What's up, Eagles fans? Fly Eagles fly. Strap in, because what I'm about to talk about could shake the foundation of this team as we know it. There's a name lighting up the rumor mill, a superstar at the center of non-stop debate, and a decision that could define the Philadelphia Eagles' future. I'm talking about AJBrown, and yes, the possibility that the Eagles could seriously explore trading him this offseason. Let me ask you this right off the bat. Can you imagine this offense without AJBrown lining up on Sundays at the Link? The idea sounds wild, almost unthinkable, but league insiders are saying this conversation is very real inside NFL circles. And whether you love it or hate it, this is Philadelphia Eagles news we cannot ignore. This isn't just gossip or social media noise. This comes from executives around the league and reporting tied to ESPN insiders. The kind of talk that usually means something is at least being discussed behind closed doors. So today, let's break it all down. What's being said, why it matters, and what it could mean for the Eagles moving forward. And before we dive deep, I want to hear from you already. Would you ever trade AJBrown if you were running the Philadelphia Eagles? Drop your first reaction in the comments, because this one is going to divide Eagles Nation. AJBrown trade rumors didn't just pop up overnight. They've been simmering all season long, especially during a 2025 campaign that, by his elite standards, hasn't been his most dominant. The production is still strong, but not eye-popping. The frustration has been visible. And the comments, whether poetic, blunt, or brutally honest, have kept Brown in headlines week after week. Around the trade deadline, teams quietly checked in on Brown. The Eagles shut those calls down fast. But here's the key detail. Those answers weren't necessarily never. They may have been not right now. That distinction matters, because off-season conversations are very different from mid-season ones. According to ESPN insider Jeremy Fowler, multiple league executives believe the Eagles could look to move Brown this offseason. Not because he isn't elite, but because his messaging, his frustration with the passing game, and the weekly spotlight surrounding his comments may be weighing on the locker room, even if teammates understand where he's coming from. And make no mistake, if AJBrown ever hits the trade market, there will be a line. He's 28 years old, still in his prime, and due about $50 million in cash over the next 2 seasons. For a true WR1, that's manageable. The Eagles would take a cap hit if they moved him early, but this franchise has never been afraid of bold financial decisions. Just ask anyone who remembers the Carson Wentz trade. Now let's flip this around and look at it strictly from the Philadelphia Eagles' perspective. On one hand, you can see the logic. Brown's comments have sometimes overshadowed wins. There have been games where the offense looked like it was forcing the ball his way, potentially disrupting rhythm instead of enhancing it. His trade value may never be higher than it is right now. He's under contract for years, still viewed as elite, and would command serious draft capital. Moving him could accelerate a retooling, open financial flexibility, and fully elevate Devonta Smith into a clear number 1 role. But here's the other side, and it's a big one. Trading one of the best receivers in football while you're still in a championship window is incredibly risky. AJBrown doesn't just produce stats. He changes coverages, dictates defensive game plans, and sets a physical tone that defines this offense. And let's be honest, much of what Brown has said publicly hasn't been wrong. The passing game has been inconsistent. The offensive approach has leaned conservative at times. When the Eagles' offense has shown real life late in the season, AJBrown has been right at the center of it. This is what makes the decision so complex. Yes, there's frustration. Yes, there's noise. But there's also undeniable greatness. Removing AJBrown might quiet headlines, but does it make the Philadelphia Eagles better in January and February? That's the million-dollar question. Maybe the Eagles explore the market just to understand his value. Maybe nothing comes of it at all. Or maybe this becomes one of those franchise-altering moves we talk about for the next decade. Only time will tell how this plays out. But one thing is clear, this is a defining off-season storyline for the Eagles, and it deserves serious discussion, not knee-jerk reactions. So now I'm throwing it back to you, Eagles fans. Do you stand firmly with AJBrown as a cornerstone of this offense, or would you consider a blockbuster trade if the return was massive? Let me know your take in the comments, because I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Philadelphia Eagles news, smash that like button, subscribe for non-stop Eagles coverage, and share this video with every Birds fan you know. Fly, Eagles, fly, and I'll see you in the next one.